In the biz, we call it hollowing.
Gee, I'll start there. So Raul called me out on not being Mexican enough yesterday.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He said I'll say the exact thing that you text me. Because of
I didn't text you.
the things happening right now in L.A.
Yo, how you gonna? First of all, dude, that's his text, his personal thing to you.
He said, "Please tell your fellow white Mexicans to be on our brown brother's side." That's what he told me.
Shit.
I was like, "Damn."
Why are you like revealing text messages?
I know that's
because it hit me, dude. I was like, "Damn!" Immediately,
Wow.
I'm in Austin, trying to speak up for us.
Was that disrespect or like a warning?
And then I got both. I think it was both. And then he sent me that, and I'm like, dude, I'm doing the good work, and then you're gonna come at me from this angle.
Yeah.
Remember when you said I came in, I looked red because I was outside tanning. I told him I'm gonna work on my tan now because of that.
Damn, you look red.
I know. It takes like a day or two to turn brown.
On your reddening.
Yeah, I just was outside yesterday with bees, and it was scary.
Yeah, bacon takes a while to cook. A pork face, a woman pork face.
People are like, I said to a few people, like, well, I understand, like, if you breaking the law and they're like, you did a crime, you gotta, and they're like, well, coming over here illegally is a crime.
Oh,
that's what they hit me with, right? And I had to stop myself from being like,
flipping.
Yeah. I'd be like, well, fuck you. They've been here 20, 30 years, working their ass off. But the thing I came up with now is more like, you can't rip, like, the Valley is two cultures combined. Mm-hmm. And if you try to send everybody back that doesn't have the right
the Valley,
paperwork,
everybody else, they're Mexicans.
No, what I'm saying, though, is like, it's two cultures so intertwined. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to be like, oh, because you don't have this legal documentation, which I understand the argument, but you've been here 20, 30 years and you're working.
I say they had a good run.
I think the riots will stop as soon as white people stop enjoying the deportation so much.
Well, I forgot whoever's
getting younger and younger, bro. I heard like a 2-month-old got arrested and deported. It's fucked up.
He was selling drugs.
Yeah, he was selling drugs. Someone tatted MS-13 on his cheek and shit.
In Florida, they went to a construction site and they arrested like 80% of the people that worked there. And yeah, and so it's like, whoa, I thought you were supposed to go in after criminals. And then I forgot whoever's in charge of this said, I want $3,000 a day. That's what you have to get. You have to get $3,000 a day. So it's like, okay, we're not just gonna go after criminals. If you're, they did Home Depot. That's what started the whole thing in L.A. They went to a Home Depot and arrested some people, and
I think they were crisis actors, but yeah.
Well, some people are saying that the people waving the Mexican flags aren't actually, they're agitators.
Yeah, of course.
That was one, like, they're like, we need this shot. And
as they do.
Yeah.
And so they think that they're like, oh, this is staged or planned, and they're having so on June 14th is Trump's birthday. They're gonna have that big thing in Washington D.C. where they have all these tanks coming and everything else. There's gonna be protesters, right? At the same time, the lady, I forgot her name,
that's coming up already
this Saturday, who owns Walmart, is doing it's called the No Kings not parade, I forgot what it's called, No Kings something, and it has like Trump with a king crown like crossed out, but it's by
this hasn't happened yet.
On the 14th.
Right.
On the 14th,
but it hasn't happened yet, right?
No, it has not. But the person who's funding it is the lady who owns Walmart, and so people are saying it's like, yeah, because you want cheap labor, and because of the tariffs, this is fucking up your business. So that's why you're doing it.
That's good business.
Okay.
I mean, it's a pretty ruthless world out there, man. It's billionaire on billionaire.
Yeah.
It's a feudal system.
Yes.
It's now people are choosing their billionaire, their king or their prince.
So what people are doing now
is switching out the king so we don't kill them.
What people are doing now is they're saying, oh, roads are icy. So they report it as roads being icy, and they're saying like, hey, ice is in the neighborhood.
Dang, can you imagine if Trump would have been standing a little bit more to his right-hand side or whatever, what kind of world this would be?
I think that
Isn't that crazy?
That would have dipped us into a civil war.
Well, a half an inch can like determine the rest of history.
I think we're living in a very rare reality. Like out of all the realities that could have happened, this one thing, like it's like one in whatever, a billion, a million.
I feel like a turd that's going through different pipes.
Why?
Because it's shitty. And it's scary and it's dark.
Are you the piece of
no
shit?
ending.
You're the piece of shit in this?
Yeah.
And you're being flushed?
We all are.
Sounds like you're the problem.
No. I'm just enjoying the view, I guess. I don't know.
It feels different. This feels different.
You got shit into this world, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, we all got just shoved in here against
Wait,
our
what do you
will.
mean? What feels different?
The way everything is popping off in different cities as far as protests. At the same time, you have Bank of Japan, they're collapsing, and it's like you see, okay, it's like the thing that they want you to see, what's happening behind the scenes. You know what I mean, type of thing. And so that's all I keep thinking. The other thing I keep coming back to is, it's a banking crisis right now.
Yeah.
We're going through a banking crisis, and you're going to use this as the excuse.
Yeah.
Right.
There's riots in the streets. Everything's going to go to shit.
Banks fuck it up, man. Like, every 30 years, they fuck it up. I don't know what
that's what it's supposed to do.
That's because what happened is you've seen the same trick, the 3-card money thing.
Yeah.
And you're just keeping your eye on the hand. Like, I know he's fucking with it somehow, but I can't tell.
Meanwhile, the real guy's behind me taking my wallet out, and then he takes $2 and then he puts it back. And then I open my wallet. I'm like, okay, that's all right.
And he smells the money too.
Yeah, he smells the money.
Like
Every year he takes away $2 out of my 100, and then some years he takes $7 or $9, and that builds up over the years. You can't keep doing. Yeah, you can't keep doing that. And so, you see Elon apologize for all the tweets he put out.
I didn't see him, no, but I heard about it.
Yeah, he went on.
He hasn't been answering his phone.
He went on a Twitter rant, probably because he was coming off of ketamine or whatever he's on. And,
Damn,
and he said the Donald Trump thing, or just like the reason that it hasn't been released.
The files
haven't been released is because he's on it 7 times.
I saw that one.
And then people are like, well, why'd you let your kid hang out with him? That's weird.
Yeah.
And then is that why you have the black eye? Because you and Trump had a falling out. And he said
that'd be hilarious.
He did a poll. Should we have another party that actually represents the people? He said impeach him, get him out now. And then today he was just like, I regret some of those posts that I put on X, that he was a little harsh. And I was just like, that sounds like somebody coming off drugs.
No, because Trump was going to make him sell that company.
Oh, man, he's an emotional guy.
Well, you had that one guy, Steve Bannon, saying we need to deport him.
That too.
Yeah. And then he also thought,
deportable.
He goes, well, the government contract for the Dragon spaceship is now called off. And I'm like, that sounds like a made up thing.
You're not going to get your toy.
You're not going to get your dragon.
You're going to get your fucking dragon back then.
Yeah, it was it was creepy to see.
It's funny how you've done a total 180. You're a fucking bandwagoner, dude. Because I swear to God, for this motherfucker was talking about getting the Cybertruck for 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Put it down in a deposit, got me all moist. As soon as it became uncool, nah, fuck that. I would never get that. I would never support that. What, dude? I wanted to ride a Cybertruck.
What I said was I cannot afford it right now because my credit sucks. That's what I said.
I don't know about that, dude.
I can't get it. And he just came out with a robotaxi service. So they're supposed to be rolling out in Austin. And they came out with a cyber car. And that was the whole reason I wanted a Cybertruck, because I was like, it'll just make money while I'm asleep.
So what you do is you get your car to hold the streets.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
And you can
know what I'm saying? So while I'm sleeping, I'm still earning, baby. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
In the morning, that Cybertruck would have my fucking money.
Yeah, it goes straight into my bank account. I gotta just wash it and make sure it's charged.
And you're like, catch my car taking a break.
No brakes. That's why I got the big engine, or not the big engine, the big battery.
Damn, the big battery.
Walking down the street with a cane, making
So
sure
it lasts longer.
Teslas are.
But
I got 4 in my stable, baby.
But my credit score fell, and my number came up, and they're like, "Your Cybertruck is ready." And I was like, I can't buy it.
If you get mad at one of your cars, you cut it to make it look ugly.
Right in front. Now you see this bitch right here?
He said you can make $30,000 a year.
This bitch was charged. I told this bitch to charge all day. She didn't want to charge.
And that was $30,000 after paying your monthly fee.
That'd be some weird pimp Tesla. They're just playing games all day.
Pimps up, Tesla's down.
I don't know. I think that's a good service, especially if, like, you put it in a place like where I'm at. That'll make good money.
Totally.
Toto.
Yo, why'd you hop in my Cybertruck, baby?
It's using artificial. You're building a business with artificial intelligence. Yeah.
That's hot.
If you had a fleet of Cybertrucks, which one would be your bottom bitch?
A cyber car.
Cyber car.
I wanted to put one in Weslaco because it's right mid valley, so you can go to McAllen or you go to Brownsville, and then they all charge there. So,
what's the one that goes from 0 to 60 in like
that's a
-3
Cybertruck, but you have to get the biggest engine on it, or the biggest battery on it.
Fattest booty.
Oh,
Yeah.
And you got to buy the parachute that explodes at the end.
Those are like
damn, they even have like the stock doesn't come with anything Teslas.
No, they have the smallest battery goes 250 miles, and depending on the weather, if it's either super hot or super cold, and I think it was like 6.9 seconds. Which is
It's a little cheaper because the windows are manual.
I wonder how long it takes
It's just the battery. That's the only thing that changes.
before you have to like fully charge again. You know what I mean?
It takes the whole night to charge. It takes like 6 hours. So at
So you
night,
go 500 miles.
Isn't
gotta
like
charge
the garage thing, the thing that you can put in your garage to charge it? Isn't that like another
Supercharger.
like buying another car and
yeah.
shit?
It's
No,
like 50 grand and shit.
No, it's not.
Like 30, 50 grand.
Yeah,
no,
dude.
it's not.
Yeah, it is.
How much
It's
is
not.
it?
It's not that much.
Yes, it is. It's like 30 grand.
No, it is not.
I was talking to this
It's less than 10 for sure.
physician, and he was like, "Yeah, the car was so much money, but then they get you with another 30 grand for
Yeah, that's what I heard.
the battery charger or whatever the fuck that is." I was gonna make my own and just pretend like I have one. Tesla on the outside of my shit. I just want the aesthetic. I want the Bulga effect, you know, like this isn't real, but everybody knows it's cool.
It's a 220 volt one, right?
Yeah. Did you ever buy clothes from the flea market and it said Tommy Hilfiger?
It's 750 to 1500.
My grandmother would buy me shirts like that. I feel like people would go like, "That's fake." I was like, "It's a joke," but it was just fake. Calvin Klein with 2 Ks and shit.
Oh no.
Yeah, dude.
You're an off-brand guy though, right? You remember you had those shoes? What were they called? I guess, or whatever the fuck.
You're not brand guy.
Oh, there was so.
Yeah, so that was the remember the red shoes he had?
Oh yeah, they're so.
Red Shoe Diaries?
No, it was he had these red shoes and they said so on the side. And I was like, what the fuck is that?
No, I don't remember that.
It's weird how if it wouldn't have had any name on it, I wouldn't said anything. And then I saw so and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they were nice. They lasted like 2 weeks though, dude. They're $10. Like
They came off like Forrest Gump.
I remember
they peel off on the bottom. Yeah,
my uncle got
I had like 8 pairs of those.
so mad at me because I didn't have basketball shoes, so I asked to borrow his, and he's like, "Yeah, get them." And he bought them from Payless, and he hadn't worn them yet. And I put them on, and where the laces go were like plastic, like but cheap rubbery plastic, and I pulled it real tight. And it popped all over. I was like, I was like, oh. And I was like, hey, your shoes are all cheap. He's like, I just bought those. You broke my shoes. You owe me shoes.
Fucking baby Huey over here.
I was like, what? He's like, how'd you do that? I was like, I just tightened them. And then I grabbed the other shoe and I showed him what I did. And I popped all those. And he was like, you pulled too tight. I was like, they're cheap shoes. He's like, I know.
How'd you break that vase? I grabbed this and
How'd you break that vase?
That's pretty much what I did now thinking about it. I was so mad at him though, because I was like, why the fuck would you give me these cheap ass shoes? But it's like, you dickhead, don't fucking treat them that way.
Shit, I had some fucking British Knights.
I think the only ones I ever got made fun of was lugs.
Oh yeah,
I had big old lugs that I was trying to play off as they were Timberlands, and I'd wear
Timbs. That's fine.
yeah, and I wore the big baggy pants, and I and then the first day I wore like these dark denim, and all the denim like washed off on the fucking lugs. I was pissed off.
When I was a kid, I always wore like dress shoes.
Oh, like what was that? Express?
I always wore my Raybacks.
What's that? I feel like you dress like this still.
No, I just recently switched to like slip on everything.
Ooh,
Everything slip on out.
you've been on that for a while.
Well, the slip-ons?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's so comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, but I got diabetes. I got the gout. I got oh my God, my 600-pound life. That's like my favorite show, bro. It's so good. These sisters are hilarious. This doctor, so one of the sisters, the bigger sister, lost like a fuck ton of weight from her surgery, and they're gonna reconstruct her jawline because she has all this skin hanging and shit. And so the TV is a fucking piece of shit because I'm laughing my ass off. They're like, the preview is like, the doctor's like, so we went back to look when you were younger to try to get a better idea of your jawline, and it's just fat kid after younger fat kid. And just, I was like, dude. And the guy has a straight face going, but we couldn't find one, so this is going to be a gamble for both of us.
Jeez. What do they got to do? They just got to cut the skin and then sew it together, right?
I don't know.
You don't watch the surgery?
I'm not. That's a preview.
Oh.
It's got to be in there somewhere.
I've been watching old movies. Have you ever seen JoJo Dancer?
Yeah.
You've seen it? Have you seen it? It's Richard Pryor, basically his story. So there's a scene.
Dancer.
It's called JoJo Dancer. And it's about Richard Pryor and coming up and doing stand-up and how he started and got in. And then there's a part where there was a burlesque dancer, there's a singer, there's a comedian. So it's like more variety show.
Okay.
And then once a month, they do a switch where you have to do somebody else's act. And it has him come out as the dancer. And he has pasties on. And
who's this?
Richard Pryor. And this is like in '86. This is after he's burned.
I feel like this is like a new show at the Rabbit.
And he has a little golden thong up his ass.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
They show his ass?
Richard Pryor. And he's like stripping. Well, at the beginning of the movie, he's butt naked. And so he's like, because it kind of starts off where he got burned. And then his soul comes out of his body and starts reliving his life. And so he's going back to that part.
Ghost Dad? Oh.
Kind of like Ghost Dad a little bit. And then so have you ever heard the story he tells about the gangsters that try to rip him off? And he goes in there with a fake gun.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, get out of my, and they start laughing at him. So that scene is in the movie.
Oh,
but
dope.
it's different, especially because he's wearing drag. So he has lipstick on and a wig. He looks like a really ugly woman. And the pasties on, and then he has a fake gun that he puts like in his.
But in that space, he's a woman.
No. It's like a whole joke. Like because they all have to switch to somebody else's.
Right.
Somebody does his jokes. She sings, and he strips.
Can't believe they got the god like that.
Yeah,
hey,
I was like, what the fuck?
What you won't do, man? Shit.
And that was really.
Don't act like you wouldn't strip down. You fucking.
This is really weird too, because the music that they chose for that movie.
How
was,
low I would stoop.
I would stoop that low, but my performance would be unairable. Like I'd be not into it. But I would agree to it. I'm like, I'm gonna do it my way.
You have like these big old like fucking eyelashes.
Oh God!
But I think he wrote. The movie.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
No, I heard. I don't know where I heard this, but I heard that Marlon Brando hollowed him out.
Hollowed him out.
He did that to Marlon Brando.
No.
He digged down Marlon Brando.
No,
I thought it was the other one.
Marlon Brando, dude. That's what I heard. I heard Marlon Brando and him had a fucking a good old time.
No, he fucked Marlon Brando.
No, dude.
I think I have it on good authority that it was the other way.
No,
He
I
said
forgot who said it.
on the fucking Johnny Carson show. Now, right?
He fucked. Dude.
I've been taking a lot of dick lately.
Marlon Brando, you said, right?
Yeah. It's the
Apparently he pounded a lot of dudes.
Who dug out who?
No, Marlon Brando dug out a couple other dudes. Man.
That's why I believe that, because he was a notorious
Rock Hudson,
fucking pirate.
I think Clark Gable, or something, like one of those type of actors. Why do I know this guy Clark Gable?
It was Quincy Jones that said it.
That's who it was.
Quincy Jones.
Quincy Jones was the one.
And
he's been around all that because he's been like at the top.
Rest in peace.
It doesn't say who fucked who. Rumored to have been sexually involved by numerous people, but it doesn't say Richard Pryor stuck it in his ass.
Richard Pryor, first of all, just look at him side by side.
Imagine them naked in a room.
Dude, your dog is like hitting his head against the glass.
Oh my god!
No,
dude.
he just does that for attention.
Dude, you have your piece on you, dude. I don't feel safe.
He wants to come inside because it's thunder and lightning outside.
If he starts
He has a
cracking
dog
it, can you
house.
please
Got
go
a
get your piece?
patio, huh?
If he starts cracking it, can you go get your piece, please?
Oh yeah. It
Told
says he fucked Mailbox, James Baldwin, Richard Pryor, and Marvin Gaye.
All in the same weekend. So the island was already there.
Yeah, there was something racist about that.
They just renamed it.
Why was he trying to get black dudes?
The whole what buck breaking. You heard of that? That's what they. You heard of that
No,
before?
dude, I don't even think I want to.
So
listen to
what
this.
they would do is if like the slave owners, if they had a slave that was
Testy?
yeah, that
Man,
they would
go.
tie him down and butt fuck him in front of the women slaves.
I bet you that's a shock, huh?
I think somebody would just wanted to butt fuck a dude.
Yeah, it's
and meet
probably.
him. I'm teaching him a lesson.
Oh fuck.
And are you getting it?
That was what people said that Diddy was doing.
Mother, get back in the house.
Oh my god, dude! All the heinous shit they're saying about that. Someone's paying ads because they're targeting me, dude. I don't want to know all that shit about the Diddy trial.
And his wife said that Richard Pryor was bisexual.
Which wife? The hateful one?
The
hateful one.
the white one that's in all the
He
documentaries.
ain't all the way gay, but he's still gay. It's like, what?
The one that was with him in the end.
What are you talking about? And what if your wife posted that shit about you?
It was a white, but it was a white woman.
Like God forbid, you know, and then she gets all hateful and she's all like, you know, Josh was fucking gay, right?
We talked about it. We talked about
To ruin your rep.
no, not that I was gay. Because that stupid lady in CCD when I was a little kid who's like, you're gonna die at 40.
Mm-hmm.
So I was telling her about that.
Dude.
What?
Nothing, man.
I told that story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I kind of blocked it out, I guess.
Yeah, it was pretty rough, dude.
It wasn't a rough story. She was
I just thought,
she was just a dumb lady, and she was like, it's better to live a simple life till you're 80 than do everything you want in life and die at 40.
Mm-hmm.
And all the kids were like, yeah. And I was like, no, I'd rather. And then she was like, well, then you will. And I'm just like, oh, fucking thanks, lady.
I mean, you are pretty selfish, I guess.
And I was like 12 years old. And so I talked about it with Marissa. I go, I might be really weird this next year.
Yeah.
Because I'm like planning vacations that we can't afford. And I'm just
my
like,
God, dude.
no, let's do it. Let's plan these vacations. Let's, you know, and so we actually sat and talked about it. Like if her getting, she's like, well, I wouldn't get remarried. Right. And I was just like,
that she wouldn't?
she wouldn't get remarried. I was like, you would get remarried. If I was 40, if you're 40 and I pass away, you'll get remarried.
Still enough time.
But I go, number one, he cannot be funny. Right? At all.
It's like a test.
So it has to be an accountant or a doctor or a lawyer. She goes, yeah, I'm going to marry rich. I married for love the first time. I'm going to marry for money the second time. I was like, all right.
Those men are going to be looking for 29.
And then I told her, I was like, and he has to have a shorter dick. He can't be longer than me, is what I told her. And then she goes,
No, basically, you just told her you got to go test them out.
that's what she said. She goes, all right, well, I was like, no. You do the hand test over the pants. That's what you do. You do the hand test over the pants. And she's like, no, you said it. I have to look at all these, try them all out, see what fits. I was like, no, not see what fits. What are you talking about? This is not, the first one was for love and great sex. The second one is for stability and money. That's what the second one's for. She's like, no, you said it. I gotta roll through some dicks. I was like, oh, appreciate it. No, I'm good. No, I got this. I do drink water.
Make me feel
I've been buying those big old 1 liter glass bottles of mountain water and chugging the shit out of those. I drink like 2 a day.
No, dude, those fucking, I heard it on the news that those make you gay.
They could, maybe. I don't know. But the water's really good.
Makes you crave. Dude.
Water tastes sweet.
It has potassium, calcium, and magnesium in it.
I hate that joke.
Yeah, well, it's weird how you guys have jokes that people remember some of my jokes and then they'll be like, I hate it.
I have never professed to hate any of your jokes. I was always a big fan.
I hate
Other
it.
people?
I hate it. I hate it because it's so true.
The cotton ball joke got stuck in people's heads.
Cotton ball was funny though.
I was always laughing.
You know, it would piss me off when I was
mostly drunk though.
When I'd be doing it at the mic and then I could see somebody mouthing the joke in the back. And I'm just like, motherfucker.
I miss those days where you clap your friends off stage.
People don't do that. That's very frowned upon.
That's super mean. I know.
Yeah, it's very frowned upon, and
I think it's super cool though.
And I respect the dap a lot less than I used to. Where you come off and like, oh yeah, good set, and then everybody gives you dap, right, or a fist bump, and then I just see them do that to everybody, and I'm just like, man, don't give me dap, fuck you, the fuck.
Oh, you want to stand out?
No, it's just don't. I thought
he was spreading his fucking.
If somebody doesn't do well, I feel kind of bad. I've had people go like that to me, and I pretend like I'm looking the other way. Like,
my God.
I cannot give you a fist bump. You just ate a dick. I'm encouraging that.
Yeah, I mean, he tried.
Unless you really, really bomb, and then I'm giving you a dap, but not because it was good, because it was so bad.
Before too.
What? When it's really bad?
Kind of like left me hanging and shit. I was like, oh, what's up, bro? Like, damn, I feel bad. I need this right now, dap, you know? And Josh is like, dude, I don't know about you.
It's funny when I come on stage, if somebody did really good, I will give them dap, or if they did bad, I'll have my phone in my hand and a drink and be like, don't give me that shit. Good shit. And I did that
I think that's a good system.
I did that for years.
You get an elbow.
And then
support.
And then it hurt my feelings because Ali Sadiq did that to me. He had nothing in his hand. And he was just I was like, fuck.
Was it post or pre-COVID?
Pre.
Oh yeah, disrespectful.
Pre-COVID.
I don't want you to ever give you elbow.
Did you meet elbow with elbow, or did you fist bump the elbow?
No, elbow with elbow. But at first I went like that, and the first set was really bad.
I think elbow was cool.
Oh yeah. I was on this thing of the whole set was
should have spat in your
basically,
face. Basically,
the whole thing is gay jokes for like 10 minutes.
That's all you had back then.
10 minutes, and they were not feeling it at all.
That's all you had back in 2023.
2 years ago. It's all gay.
Have we ever done like a hellish gig before all together?
A what?
Yeah.
When?
I know we have. I can't remember right now. Oh, Del Rio.
Oh yeah. No, Waco.
When was Waco?
Waco was fun. After
when they had the Spurs game on,
I didn't come back with any money from Waco.
I think
after we went to go party.
I think I was headlining.
Yeah,
and it was.
I think I was hosting.
It was a stage, and the closest people were like, what, 50 feet away. It's disgusting.
Yeah. We got a recording. I think it's 2014.
Wait,
yeah,
are you talking about?
I just saw that.
Are we talking about that we all performed, or that we were just there?
No, we all performed.
Oh, okay.
We all performed, and afterwards we went to go have fun. I think we went to a club or somewhere.
A strip club?
I don't know. Probably. Yeah. Actually.
Now I remember.
It was a strip club.
Yep. I was the worst strip club. It was a bar.
It was
a bar, and I think 4 women just off the street that were serving drinks. I think that's what I remember.
What?
Yeah. But they were strippers.
I remember because I spent all my money that we made that night, and I don't think Raul spent any money.
No, he just watched.
No, I bought a lot of drinks.
Yeah. He was drinking, but he was watching us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I remember she talked to me.
You ruined it for me too. I could hear you talking about your kids.
Yeah. She asked me about my kids.
I was like, this the
whole time. With only one hand up here, the other hand was below the bar.
That was weird. That was weird because I could see Raul, and he was like, as if like I was kind of like in the darkness. I could see him looking like intense,
just beady eyes, just all.
I don't even remember seeing you guys.
Yeah, you look like that. Like if you took off your glasses, like I can't see them, but you saw.
Oh yeah, dude.
I'm sure I had a good time. I just can't remember.
You got it from the bar up and down.
Your Honor, I did not recall.
The funniest moment I've ever seen this, besides seeing like a lady fall, which is hilarious, was man, that one kid. This guy of like from a production company like took us out to go hang out, and he took us to a fucking strip club, and he like paid for he threw a shitload of money on the table.
Oh yeah, he got DUI that night.
Yeah,
yeah,
that shit was live, dude.
Yeah,
and this one guy that was with us,
he passed away.
Yeah, he died.
Spears, shout out to
God,
Spears.
his whole family, right? Or?
She passed away
I think it was
3 years ago.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. It's so sad.
You brought it up.
I know.
I knew him from when I sold phones at Verizon, and they were getting mad at me because I kept booking this guy. I would do the schedule, and they're like, "You keep putting this guy in Fredericksburg. And Fredericksburg is our lowest store. It sucks. He's not gonna make any money." And he goes, "Well, how'd you like it if you went there?" And I was like, "Tell you what, I'll do it 4 days in a row if I get Friday, Saturday, Sunday off."
Oh, nice.
And he goes, "Deal." And I told Spears, that guy that went with us to the strip club, and he was like, "Perfect." And so we just take turns driving up there, roll like 6 blunts, and smoke on the way up to Fredericksburg, work from 9 in the morning till like 9 at night, and then get home I'd get home like at midnight coming back. And we fucking cleaned up. We turned it from the last store. Yeah, that's when I would show up to LOL sometimes real late in a suit. I'd come. And so, yeah, we go up there and we just sell these old people like everything. Like I'd give them a price, and really I can give them all the equipment for free, but we charge like $300-400 more than, and so you get to pocket all that.
You're ripping off old people? Jesus Christ, man.
No, I'm not ripping up old people because those people are gonna come back 3 or 4 times and ask me questions. Yep. So you're paying for the service because I'm gonna help you out.
That's what a hustler says, dude.
Well, no, this is the hustle part.
I'm selling good product.
Where I'd be like, I was just like, well, hold on. Hey, Spears, do you have any more of your employee discounts? And he's like, man, I only got fucking one more today. And he'd cuss. I only got fucking one more. Dude, you used my last one. I was like, and then the other person would be like, I'll buy you all lunch if you let me use it. Oh, shit. And so he'd buy us lunch and we'd take like $150 off. And that was a thing we would do back
scamming the customer and the fucking owners. That's dope.
Not scamming at all. That's what you were supposed to do. It was the recommended. It was the recommended price to sell it at. It was the discounted price where you make no money, and then it was like if you can sell more than that, then go ahead.
Like those drug dealers in those documentaries, are like if I don't sell it, somebody else is gonna sell it.
No.
That will be me. You know
if I don't sell it.
These old people would come. They'd have flip phones. I'd get them into smartphones, and then I'd be like, let's consolidate your home phone and your home internet into Verizon. Then I'd sell them the equipment for that. And then I'd go to the house sometimes and set it up. And I knew that they weren't going to be streaming shit. They were going to use it for fucking emails and solitaire. So it's like, all right.
You need your phone number and your social and
yeah, you need their phone number, their social. But you sell like 4 new lines. We'd make each like $1,000. So I mean, it was pretty good. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday sales would dip. I was like, yeah, because the people fucking suck. They don't know how to sell.
Yeah. They have like a fucking moral code.
I had a moral code.
Someone comes, so you can see your grandkids on it. And you're like, yeah, you can see your grandkids.
Hey, they were happy because they could take pictures with it. So that's their camera, their phone, their internet, their home phone. If they had any problems, they had my cell phone number. They called me.
On a budget, Josh.
Yeah. I
took their pension.
No, I would end up saving them money.
Grandma,
I'd put a chart, a T chart, and I would write down how much they pay for everything, and then I'd write down everything they're paying through Verizon.
You need a 5K camera,
and they would save like $50-$60 a month. So it made sense. It wasn't like I was selling them; I was just showing them.
You sold me on this. Sign me up. Fuck
yeah.
What's up? I'm saving money.
Yes.
Dude,
you're saving $50-$60 monthly.
Money I haven't even spent yet. I'm already saving it.
Yeah.
So by not giving you my money, I'm actually wasting money.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
If you give your money to Josh or to his company, you're saving money, bro.
That's a savings of $600-$700 a year.
Easily, dude.
So even though they paid me that much more for the equipment, they get the service, they get the great cell phone service. Well, actually, it's sucked in Fredericksburg. It would go to like 2G.
I would have to be a sucker not to buy from you.
Yeah. Very much so.
But at the end of the day, it's your decision that you have to live with.
I don't want to be a sucker.
Yeah.
No. So that guy,
dude.
Corey, he fucking went to go get a dance and shit like across the way. And
yeah, I remember that guy.
I guess he didn't know the rules, I guess. They were playing like 10-second songs, bro.
What are you talking about?
There was another guy that George stole Battle of the
strip
Sketches from.
He fucking bitched you out, dude. He called you on your phone, bro.
Yeah, he did.
No, so that guy, he gets up and some girl like leads him to the. We can still see him, and she's like dancing on him, and they were charging like $20 a song, but the songs were like 8 seconds, bro. And I guess he didn't have enough money because we see them across the way. She's going like, "Okay, come on." He's all like, "Okay." She's like, "No, more." And he's all like, "I don't like," all like pantomiming. And then we see him go. She walks him to the ATM, and he's just so fucking sad, dude. It was so funny. Like people watch that shit.
And Spear gave us money, and then he got mad at me. He goes, he goes, Josh, do not take that money home.
Josh took a handful and already put it in his pocket. He's like, I already know you, bro. Take that shit out, dude. Come on.
It's for the girls. I was like, all right.
I know my girls.
I go throw
Josh and I were the only ones to make it out unscathed. Everybody that left that night with us got a fucking DUI.
Everybody got pretty fucking fucked up.
Really?
I had work in the morning.
Some people didn't even make it out of the parking lot.
Did y'all get tossed up too, or were y'all holding back?
I wasn't getting drunk.
I was drinking.
It was like a
bit.
Wednesday.
Yeah, it was off day.
I was like, I got work in the morning. I'm not fucking getting fucked
You guys
up.
were a bunch of narcs.
He bought like what 2 towers of beer and
He
shit.
got a VIP
bunch
section.
of horny narcs.
And there's nobody there. We could have had any table.
No, I mean there were people there. I mean, I don't know.
I don't remember people there.
I had a good time.
Bro, I could have had any stripper.
I didn't want to take their money. I'm like, dude, I don't know how they're washing their money. I don't want to touch this fucking money.
Oh, he was legit.
That's the first time I met him.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go to Tiffany's. I was like, fuck, I like this guy. And I was like, dude, I'm a recovering villain. I can't go down this road again.
Yeah.
It's brutal, dude.
So was he.
Fuck.
You weren't tossing it like that?
No,
I even worked for his production company.
Oh,
Because after he
sell it.
I would go try to find places and sell it, and then help out with the
I remember
recordings.
You used to travel.
Yeah.
Cameraman.
I mean, shit, $200-$300 for the day. That was cool. Plus, if it was the one I sold, then I get a cut of that.
I don't know if I could have dated a stripper.
Yeah.
No, you can't date a stripper. Well, it's like dating a Hooters waitress, where it's like if they were already a Hooters waitress before, then you're not gonna have that big of a problem with it.
What's worse, dating a stripper or dating a girl who becomes
dating a girl who becomes a stripper?
Really? Because you're part of that path.
You probably egged her on.
Well, because you're not making enough money to take out
Celebrate
of that
your
life.
body.
You're not making enough money to take it out of life. And if she's like, it's not for the money, then it's just for the love of the game. What the fuck?
I have to admit, I look at my wife's feed every day. I'm all like, man, we could be fucking millionaires right now.
I told you we talked about that, Marissa and I. Like we really questioned it about, I want to say 8 years ago. Mm-hmm. And then the whole argument, it was a real argument, was that I said that I wanted half, and she's like, they're my fucking feet. I was like, and we are
Your feet got to eat, right?
I was like, we are one person. If I'm putting my feet on the internet, you think you're not gonna get half?
Yeah.
I was like, that's crazy, and so we never did it.
And then you took out a switchblade. Plus, if you get out of line, bitch,
I'll cut a toe off.
Pretty soon, there won't be any more footprints in the sand.
It would be weird because I remember I went to go buy a hat, and then I stopped by a shoe store, and I was looking at shoes, and I was like, oh, her feet would look nice in these shoes. We could take pictures.
You're a weird guy, dude.
Yeah, a little bit.
You're biting your lower lip.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck these fucking shoes.
Sir, get out of our store.
You on our feet, fuck.
Yeah,
You're banned.
A good shoe can really do a lot.
Dip your toes in butter.
Butt naked with some nice shoes.
I'm starting to appreciate things.
Some Air Force
in my
One.
old age, comfortable shoes, comfortable clothing now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the old grandma short haircut. I'm just gonna go full fucking blown old guy.
I used to get upset that I wasn't being invited to whatever these comedy little get-togethers were, and I'm like, I'm so happy I don't get invited, because this is nice. Just come home and barbecue.
Mm-hmm. I just declined too much, and they just got the hint, I guess. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, sorry, can't make it. You know, I got a family and kids and shit.
I was just showing up, and everybody get all weird.
I was trying to, that's weird, dude.
I'm just playing.
I could see you doing that too.
I saw it on Facebook. You guys don't.
What's up? What's going on?
We didn't put it on Facebook. I saw it.
Hey, I brought the chili.
Where's weed?
Your cell phones were binging over here.
So who's getting married?
No, now I get invited to barbecues and baby showers.
Oh God!
So it's all day things. I don't get invited to night things.
Yeah, speaking
From
of
who?
that,
From comics that are now becoming adults.
mm-hmm.
And so if that's way better, because it's like that's a thing that tops 2 hours, and then they want you to leave.
Yes,
You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, right at that 2 hour mark, it's like, all right, well, we're gonna start leaving.
2 hours is a little long too, though, man. Hour and a half and start checking your watch. You know, I don't know.
So when you
yeah,
hang
I would
out-
say hour and a half to 2 hours. 2 hours is the tops. I'm saying.
When you hang out
mean,
with your
max.
Austin friends, do you you think about us?
Like, why aren't
Or
we
do you
doing
go, it
this?
doesn't count because it's a different zip code?
It does. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's just, you got different groups of friends.
And you don't even love them. You just do it for the pleasure.
No, you just don't. You don't. I'm trying to
You're
be.
all hollowed out, dude.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Joshua hollowed out Cabaza.
Because I went to a baby shower. It was nice. I liked it. I like things that I can take my wife to. Yeah.
I know, because you can't take them anywhere. I swear.
I remember
They always know somebody. It's like, dude, you don't know them.
we were like,
No, I think I know them. No, you don't.
we were like, I was 4 or 5 years into stand up.
Yeah.
And this open mic comic, she sees me at the movies with Marissa, and we're hugging a little bit, a little PDA, and then she starts spreading a rumor that she saw me at the movies with some young chick, and that I was cheating on my wife.
My wife.
Yeah, I was like, that was my wife. They're like, she looked younger than you, and I was like, all right, well, fuck you.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll make sure to tell her that, but yeah, they started spreading a rumor that I was fucking around with my wife.
Yeah, this is crazy because we're not your wife, and even I believe you.
It's this crazy rumor, babe, that these comics are saying, and you shouldn't believe them.
If you see anything on the web,
Master
Listen, man.
manipulator, man.
Oh, fuck you guys.
it was just a guy wearing the same kind of hat or something. I don't know. I was with you that day, right?
No, he fake laughs like, you're not going to believe this. Oh my God. It's so stupid. So dumb.
If I showed you my phone right now, you would piss your pants right out. This is hilarious.
Okay, now I see how you guys are seeing it. That's not what it is, though. That was what happened. That lady was mistaken.
If your friend sent me out with someone else, and
Name her on the podcast.
I don't remember her name.
Damn, that's even more.
She talked about
that?
being a single mother, blonde hair, Haley Jane type personality, but I don't remember her name.
What's that 50 Cent quote where he's like, if your friend saw me out with someone else and you asked me, I said, wouldn't me, would you believe me or up and leave me? How deep is our bond if,
Yeah, it's poetic.
Damn.
Yeah, women.
You've done that before. You've been like, I don't know who that guy is.
I don't know who that guy is.
Yeah. Remember when you pretend like not to be yourself?
Oh, that was in college.
That's crazy.
That was in
dude.
college.
I think about that sometimes. I'm like, the level of fucking depravity. That's insane. To do that in real life, like that's like a movie thing, a comical thing, Hey, look at this loser and fucking Balky and fucking
But it was two people.
Perfect Stranger types of episode. But this is real. You told me that was your life that happened.
It was two people who just like
Crazy.
egging the other person on as much as possible.
Oh my God, you're still.
That's what it was.
justifying
It was two people doing that, and she
Like there's no maturity at all from like,
None.
that was
It
weird.
A
was-
woman caught you cheating, and
was
you
when-
pretended like you'd never met her before.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
she didn't
To
catch,
their face.
she didn't catch me cheating. We were
Oh
not
my
together.
God. And to be so convincing, the girl you're with goes like, well, who the fuck is this?
insane, babe. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you got the wrong person, dude. Whoa, dude. Having the same facial hair, the same clothes, probably.
Yeah.
You didn't even give her the courtesy of going, look, this is not what it looked like.
No.
No. Why would I do that? Why would I do that?
I've been your girlfriend for 5 years.
Or even like go with your story, which is like, but we were never together. You didn't even do that.
Oh, man.
You just went, I don't know who you are.
Because I knew what if I do
Loss of identity.
If I do we were never together, that's a fight between us. If I say, oh no, she's just a friend, they're gonna fight. But if I do something that's like, what the fuck? Like I don't even know how to answer this. It's just like I don't know you. It'll fuck a person up, and I'll be
I'd have been like, hey, this is the girl that likes the threesomes with us.
No, that's
and have them fight over it.
No, that's This lady was psycho.
Well, yeah, you
would be down.
fucked her reality up, bro.
I didn't fuck her reality up. Her reality was already
you literally
fucked up.
pretended not to be who you are.
She just met somebody who was willing to play the game at her level. And then at the end, she was just like, fucking burn it all down. And she won.
You terrorized this poor girl. Jesus Christ, you cheated on her? Pretend not to know her when you get caught? That's
You're lucky
weird.
the other girl knew you as Trayshawn.
Trayshawn.
She knew me as Josh. And then the other one called me Jay. And that's what saved me. Yeah.
Jay.
Like
You're
it's
with
that
the-
far of a
You're with the
stretch.
dumbest girl or what? I was gonna get mad at you, but she called you Jay. What's up with that? Is that short for Josh? No. It's J-A-Y.
I guess you're right.
I think
Checks
like-
out.
I'm watching you, mister.
I don't think she was I don't think she was that
stupidest bitch ever.
I don't think she was that dumb, the girl that I was with.
Dude,
I
that's the
just think she
stupidest
was
bitch
like
ever.
uh
Right, that's cool.
You guys never even went out after that, I would imagine. The girl you were like
yeah,
with.
no, we kept going out.
So she took that incident of that random girl coming up to you and thought like, no, I believe him.
No, it wasn't I believe him. It was like more like looking back at it, it's like that guy's fucking cold, and something about him being able to cut somebody off like that
Damn,
Turns me
this
on.
nigga had a snap.
You think
on
that turned her
dog.
on?
Huh?
You think that turned her on?
Yeah.
Yo, he snapped at you, homie. Oh. Damn. What
I mean,
you
if I-
do? What are you gonna do? You
if
just
I-
take it a snap?
If I could go back, I would do none of that.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah, you
would
would.
do none of that. No. Fuck
If I
no.
could go back, I would do that.
No.
Try not to know somebody? Like, that's like a liar, a mountain,
Mount Rushmore of life.
of liars, dude. And you're at the top of that bitch.
Well, no, that's
Waiting and all the
there's-
dead bodies right there
there's-
froze.
There's girls who will never know my real name. Like they
Oh my God, dude.
have
But they're
no-
all dead. Like,
they have
what
no
the
idea.
fuck are you talking about?
they have no idea who I am.
And even if they know, they'll never tell anyone. They'll never get the chance to say it.
If there's two of them and me, only one of us is keeping the secret.
Damn, why you zinning, dog?
I like it.
Yo, dude, you straight
Trying to be-
zinning, bro.
Trying to be sharp ass.
Would you I think you would follow the trend. Like if it was like a hashtag put Zen in your foreskin or some shit. I think
No.
Josh would like put it on his PP.
Sand in my foreskin.
What if that made it big?
Your foreskin is like
Oh, if it made it bigger, yeah, of course. Your dick
If
needs
you have a
nicotine.
foreskin, you can your dick can chew Viagra.
Oh, I don't even have foreskin though.
your foreskin's all
You could dip Viagra.
I'd have to stretch the foreskin out. Yeah,
I thought you didn't have it.
I don't. That's what I'm. But you can stretch it over. You can make it.
Right.
Oh, I guess if you're fat.
No, not if you're fat. What are you talking about?
You get a big old
yeah.
panoche.
You probably like do a squat and then pull.
No, you just push the head in, and then the skin comes around it.
You push the head in, your eyeball pops out. And just,
Dude, I could put a dip in mine.
what the fuck, dude?
My dick like this.
I've been doing this thing, and it works. It's have you probably seen the guy in front of the fireplace where he goes like, and he like whips his balls like going like that, like
I haven't seen that one yet.
you do that, and it hurts a little bit, but it's supposed to increase your testosterone,
By hitting yourself in the nuts.
like slightly like that. My balls got bigger,
Yeah.
so
Ah, I'm
I think they're
actually
all
due
bruised
for
up.
a testicle reduction. Oh god, they're all swollen. I've seen that in like real life.
Swollen nuts.
Big as cantaloupes.
Damn. Oh, what is that called?
It's not cool. That's not cool.
It could be like a number of things, man.
But what's it's elephantitis.
Maybe sometimes there's that where it's just in like a cellulitis, like infection
Yeah.
of the tissue, or it could be a hernia that just like a scrotal hernia. It's pretty big.
Oh
or
yeah. There's a
it
bodybuilder.
could be like orchitis.
He goes and he lifts weights and everything, and he wears tight shorts, and he acts like his the intestines like were bulging out, but he acts like it's all his junk, and it's like, dude, you got a hernia. You got a horrible hernia.
I saw this video where this skinny guy had a big old fucking hernia like right here. Like he looked like he had a pot belly.
It comes out. Ugh.
It's like, god damn, I just want to just cut that.
What do? They put mesh on it or something, right?
I think so. I don't know if they still use mesh anymore.
You can't just cut it out?
No, that's your intestines. That's like your vital organs.
Pops through your muscle.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what a hernia is?
Yeah, like a little bubble right here, boop. Or sometimes it comes out like crazy. That's the when they're straining, lifting weights or lifting something heavy. It can pop out through
it's a weakening of the muscular wall.
Yeah.
And outpouching.
Yeah. That's why I do dead hangs and then I lift my legs like that. And I go, oh, the whole time.
You do dead hangs with one hand and then you lift your legs to that hand.
No, you do that bouncy split.
Oh, God. Ouch.
I've been jump roping a lot.
Damn.
Jump roping's
just clapping it up.
just jump. And I thought I was pretty good, and then I looked
She got her own car.
online how to jump rope, and it was just like, this is why your knees hurt, and this is why you look like an idiot. Just jump like you're supposed to jump like this, and they're like moving their feet a lot better, and I'm like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do. I look like an idiot
It's like
at the
dancing,
gym.
bro. You got
Yeah, that's hard. I tried to do it. I didn't have the footwork to do it, so
You
I
gotta
just
keep up with it. That's why it's fast as fuck.
I can only do 1 foot at a time.
Fast fuck boy. I jump with both feet in the air. I have to kick my ass with my heels.
It's a good work. You do 100 jump rope, then 10 squats, and then 100 jump rope, and then 10 squats, and then just keep doing that.
It's not
jump ropes.
Jump rope.
Jump ropes. 100.
I like
jump
100
ropes,
jump ropes, bro.
and then do 10 squats. It doesn't sound like a lot, but if you're out of shape,
squat.
fucking it burns.
I did a 10 squat.
10 squats, ass to grass.
Ass to grass. God dang, drive it like it's hot.
Yeah.
Ew.
I was doing it outside with no shirt, and then I looked to the side, and I forgot the people through the alley. The alley's raised so they can see all in our yard. It just looks like a naked guy jumping rope because they can only see me from here up.
Oh, God, dude.
And I was like, fuck, and I walked inside.
Hey, ladies.
It's just titties all flop, 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 flop.
Just jumping some rope.
The neighbor's just like,
No, he gets real sweaty about 10.
I said hi to
That's
the neighbor.
right. Nice and hot.
They went around their house when I said hi.
Mm.
It was the dad. He was smoking a cigarette in the back. I was like, I went like that. And he's like, he walked around his house. I was like, Jesus, sorry.
chato junto.
Ew, I don't want to know this guy. Funny. Fucking Mahal Blanco just moved to next door.
Oh, I know I bothered them because
Or is it Blanco Mahal?
they have to shut their door because they usually just leave their screen door and then the other door open. But I've been barbecuing so much, and all the smoke is going into their yard.
It's all white fence too, so it's all staining and shit.
No, it's not near the fence, but I'm putting
Proud of you. You're being a stereotype.
I'm putting
Dude,
mesquite
you gotta
wood
blast
chips.
that fucking Bobby Pulido.
I put Mexican. Yeah, I mean, man, yesterday was like
Little Joey La Familia.
this is the happiest I've been in my adult life because it was like 2:00.
Shelly Ladas, bro.
2:00 on a Tuesday afternoon, and I'm barbecuing, sipping tequila. I was like, this is the best.
Diferencia.
And I was like, where are all my neighbors? I'm like, oh yeah, they're at work. They're all at work right now.
Babe, can you find my Patsy Torres CD?
I met Patsy Torres. I met a lot of those guys because I used to. Rick was trying to start a podcast company, and he was using.
Damn, you stole his idea too.
He was
Oh, God, dude.
trying to turn a Tejano singer into a comedian. So
Yeah,
he
I
was
remember those interviews that
he was
telling
writing
me
for
about.
her and stuff.
Yeah.
What was it? It was Shelly Torres?
No, I think it was Shelly Lattes, right?
Shelly Lattes. Yeah. She had like one of the guys from Texas Tornado come in, this big Tejano producer, and he walked into my house and was like, "What the fuck?" Like he looked
out, get out.
And then he was like, "You should come to my studio." And I'm like, I thought he meant like to help him, and he's like, what he meant was like, see how it's really done. Oh, fuck you then.
Yeah, fucking that Abe Quintanilla is a real dickhead, right?
That's what I heard.
Selena's ex-husband or widow, what's his name again?
Bettis.
Yeah, he's cool. Chris Bettis.
Yeah.
He was cool.
Like
the hot sauce was all right. I had it. I got it. It was a little runny, but I mean, over some nice eggs, over some, some popcorn. I mean, it's an all-around sauce. You can put that shit on anything. It's fucking good.
I like the green one.
The green one was good too.
That's the one I used.
I used the red.
He got a good chunk of money.
Yeah. That's fucking dope. See, that shit I would never think of.
What?
My own hot sauce. It's crazy.
Yeah, comics have their own liquor.
Yeah. Just leveling up, man.
You guys want to do a tequila?
I would do a tequila.
Damn, that would be fucking cool, dude. Yeah, I would be down for that. How much money are we gonna give you, Josh? I need $20,000.
So
you got to think of the name.
The way that guy did it,
bro.
No, the name is already there. So the way, what's that guy's name?
What would be the name?
Tater. What's his name? Ron White.
Jotos Pero Locos.
Tequila? That'd be dope. Jotos Pero Locos tequila.
Who's tequila?
That'd be hilarious, bro. And honestly, we would have, dude, that would spike up quick, dude.
Everybody take the label off when they drink it, though.
No, I mean, like, we would have a good
we'd burn it in the glass.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
who is it? It's Ron White, and who's the other owner? Forgot his name.
Alex Oremundo.
Yeah,
Alex
that dude
Oremundo.
can drink. Went to Havana Club in McAllen, Texas, and I featured from him.
Hotel.
No, he has a tour bus that he made himself.
Back to his tour bus.
And then
I was a tour bus.
it was dope. It was like a little house.
I knew it.
You think we can get like a school bus and just turn it ourselves?
That's what he did.
Yeah.
He did a school bus, and then the fucker.
I'm down, dude. I see it on TikTok all the time.
We're smoking weed in there, and then he has a sound system in there, and he plays fucking police sirens.
Oh my
God! And all of us are like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "Hurry, get out of the bus! Get out of the bus! Get out of the bus!" And we get out of the bus. He's like, "I'm fucking with you." I was like, "You motherfucker!" But he drank like half the tequila bottle. It was a full tequila bottle. He drank half of it, and then yelled at the person upstairs that was like attorney or something like that was having a party, and they wouldn't shut the fuck up. So they had a show on the bottom, and then it's not even covered. They're having a full party upstairs.
Oh my God!
And nobody can hear anything. And so they're just, and then he starts getting the crowd on the bottom to shout, "Fuck you!" And then they started saying "fuck you." So then it's just two huge crowds.
You saw this?
Yeah, I was in the back filming it, and so they're just both fucking saying "fuck you" to each other.
See it?
I gotta find it.
Damn, dude, I would love to see that shit.
And then after, out of nowhere, they brought this big buffet style dinner, and I thought I was gonna get to sit and eat, but it was all for him.
Sometimes I think about that when we went to go see Raul film his your Epic special, and how rude we were sitting there eating all day while you were like,
oh yeah, I took full advantage.
Your fucking special. And how just like unprofessional. I mean, he brought his two fucking, and Josh he ate like 4 plates. Of
I
shit,
served myself first
before the staff.
Did. They said don't talk to the producer or whatever, and he had all these screens. Director. He had all these screens in front of him, and it seemed like he didn't want to be there. And then so he's watching it, and he has his 2 people with him. And then I got a plate, and I go and I sit right behind him.
Hey yo, so what's up with that monitor?
And I'm watching you do your set, and they all turn around like, "What the fuck?" And then I go, "He's funny, right?" And I start eating. After they told us, "Don't go up to him," and then when he tells us,
he sat right next to him.
He was eating nuts.
He sat right next to him.
Like he's sitting here facing that way, and I sat here right behind him eating a plate. And then
so weird, dude.
And then they ended up walking off, and I continued watching. But I remember he gave us directions. He
was so quiet.
You walk on the left, and I walk on the right, and you go say hi. And the first thing I do is walk straight and put my head right where the camera's at.
And then the second time he said, "Okay, just don't look back. Just keep walking straight."
Yeah.
And so that's why you can't see my face. I'm looking toward, and Josh is like this.
I forgot what I told you. But
That's so funny.
because he was just like, "So how you feeling?" And you're like, "Good." And then I said something that obviously they're not going to put in there, and both of you looked at me like, "What the fuck? Stop embarrassing."
And Josh like he broke the fourth wall.
Yeah. Am I going to be in this? No. All right. It was fun though.
I got edited out of a DVD one time. That shit hurt my feelings, dude.
Oh, the one for Juan. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were like, you went from wet back to get back.
Yeah. Raymond hit you up and was like, "Sorry, dude, we're gonna have to edit you out." And you're like, "Thank God."
No, Juan called me.
Oh, Juan called you. Said he's gonna edit you out.
Yeah, it edited me out. I was like, please, dude. I fucking bombed hard. It was last minute. Juan gave me like one of his shirts that he wasn't gonna like change into.
You can't go on like that.
He was a good guy. I was like, "What's up, ladies? Grape." They're like, "Not today." I forgot what I said. I was trying to be edgy and shit, and they were like, not having it.
And you were telling your story, and they were lighting you, and you're like, I was like, I remember being in the back going, "Breathe, George, breathe."
You're all coming. Breathe.
Breathe, George.
Nah, I was infuriated because that guy kept hyping us up and she's fucking Chad. Come on, and he left, and everybody's like, "The fuck is wrong with that guy?" I was like, "I'm amped up, bitch."
Oh man, I remember I pissed off.
Don't go past your time. Everybody went past your time.
I pissed off the HBO guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, two things. The first one, I tried to put up my camera, and he's like, "What are you doing? We're filming." I was like, "Oh, so I can get this film?" And he was just like, "Well, we'll see." I was just like, "Oh," I was like, "Well, I just need to have a good tape." So I'm just gonna put my camera here, and he's like,
"Oh my god!"
And he's like, "No, take
$27,000 camera, and Josh is a little fucking."
He was just like, "Yeah, I had a little Canon T3i, and I'm trying. It can't even like fucking zoom it. It's like the whole fucking stage. We had 30 people and 1,000-seater, and 10 of them are my family.
So we had people there.
Yeah, you guys had people there. We did not have people there, and
so embarrassed.
And then after I think, or right before. He came and he was like kind of sunning us, telling us stories. Mm-hmm. And I was being very like, "Oh, cool. Oh, nice." And then I found out later, like, that's the guy that is running the Latino HBO thing.
He was wearing a suit, right?
Oh, well, whatever.
Yeah, man, you gotta treat him with kid gloves.
And then I remember Rick being like, "I'm going to create my stable, and it's going to be George and Raul and Ralph. And you could film." And I was like, "Fucking thanks, bro."
God, he had a plan, dude.
He had a plan for his stable.
And he ruined it for all of us.
You would have been.
When he stopped going over to his house.
He used to call us and be like, "Why aren't you excited?" Remember that?
Stable of hoes.
No.
He would call and be like, "Get excited." You
I was just happy because I got chose.
Yeah, that's why he was lying, so he can get the feeling of like, I'm making somebody's career.
I remember
without having to do it.
I read all 9 of his scripts. I don't read.
Damn.
And I read all 9. Like
honestly, my wife called it on the podcast. Bro, you need to read out loud a lot, like practice more.
All right. And so
she's getting upset.
Okay, I read all 9 of them, right? and then he goes, "Do you have any ideas?" And I told him if I ever had a show, this is what the show would be about, which was basically my life, which is I'm a stay-at-home dad at the time, and and then so 6 weeks later he's like, "Oh, I got this new show idea." He tells me the exact same story except he switched me to a pussy, and it's gonna be like, and then his wife's like, "Oh, go get tampons." He's like, "Okay," and I was like, "Tampons? What the fuck?" And he's like, and she's like,
"Have you ever bought tampons before?"
How long were they, by the way, these scripts?
What?
These so-called scripts.
Dude, they were
like 90 pages.
A book.
Oh, a legit script.
They were a book.
And you read them?
I read them.
He would put it on, like, it was weird. He would put it on his back, and Josh would read it while the pages were on his back.
One of them was really good. Looking Glass, it was really good.
Yeah, that's the one he explained to me.
Yeah, I read it. I was like, actually, this is pretty cool.
What did you think?
He had some good ideas. Yeah, and I like the one that you just said.
Yeah, I didn't see it as a movie though. I saw it as a series.
Yeah.
And I remember telling him that. I was just like, "Well, I don't see it as a movie. Well, I don't need you cutting down my work. I work very hard. You know what you're talking." I was just like, what I was gonna say,
that guy has some pain in him,
is
bro.
I see it as a series, not a movie. I wasn't saying anything bad about it. He's like, oh yeah,
he has some pain in him that he's still working through and shit. So I think that's why he gets animated like that. You know.
Oh, there's so many people who I remember being in San Jose. I think it was San Jose Improv.
Yeah.
We went to drink after, and when he drinks, he yells. He talks at you and he yells at you and spits. And I remember
And
people looking at us like, is that old man about to fight that guy? Like
that bad? And
yeah,
that's embarrassing.
It's like, you know how Edward gets up and starts telling you stories, right?
Oh my God, I hate
at
that
you.
shit, yeah.
Well, he's doing that, but with less gestures and more loud, just yelling. I'm like,
You don't touch kids. Like, hey, dude, what the fuck?
And by the fourth time we went on the road, he's yelling at me the same thing, and I'm like, all right, yeah, all right.
You pervert.
So I said to him, "You don't touch kids, you pervert."
And then the last time he took me on the road was for Reno.
All right.
7 days of fucking every day a show for people who don't want to be there.
I saw him at LOL a few months ago. Less than a year for sure.
I saw him at Home Depot.
He said he had like a heart attack or
Really?
something.
Whoa, really?
I didn't know that.
He had something. A seizure or a heart attack or something like that.
Fuck.
Two different things. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I know. I was just a thing that happened to his body that let him know that he's needs to take care of himself.
It was always so weird. I go over there to write, right? And not my jokes, but write for sketches and stuff like that we were gonna do. And it'd be him with his legs folded up on the side.
Hell yeah,
he would sides out of the couch.
He would sides out of the couch and put the pillow here. He's like, all right. I'm like sitting over there.
He made it look so comfortable.
Yeah, he did, but it was weird. I was
You're
like,
sitting in a chair like, man, it's cool if I take off my shoes or what? You
Did I get my boxers?
but because he's
now his pants are getting itchy.
because he's in shorts and like no socks, no shoes, and just with his feet over here. Stop. All right, go. That's how George performed in front of him. Go ahead, Georgie. Go ahead, Georgie. Perform. And George recited his jokes for him.
Who told you this?
He did. Who? He did. He said that you came over to the house. You weren't the only one.
At one point, were you like
Not the
this?
only
Like
one, Jesus
you're like, I don't know. This feels kind of weird.
Remember that girl?
I know, I'm a hoe. I go, I've never done this before.
Remember that girl Nadia?
I don't remember her.
Okay, well, she was in Austin. Now she's in LA. There's a girl Nadia, and he was like, I don't know any Hispanic women comics. I was like, oh, so I was like, here's one, and I just off Instagram.
I got a stable.
Called her, had her come over to the house, perform for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it was a tough sell?
Oh, she was excited because she's a new comic. So he told.
I'm saying like, you know, like, hey, just so you know, I write for. I'm
Imagine
hanging
you'd
out
have
with
done
whoever.
something to her, and then now they're like,
Ooh.
he had his underling fucking.
Oh, I would be. What's that?
I think he was a perfect gentleman.
I'm Giselle. What's her
Yeah,
name?
you would be Giselle.
Yeah.
She would get him these suckling.
Oh fuck.
I think he was a perfect gentleman to women.
Yeah, I never seen him do anything like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I like people.
I'm not aware.
Now
I like people meeting him for the first time.
Yeah.
That was like my best thing
look, he never squeezed my ass, so
because it was always like he would always engage. Who are you? Oh, I'm so so doing comedy for 4 years. Talk to me when he hit 27.
Yeah, him and the
I was like, oh my god, dude.
him in the opener
Fuck Fred's, right?
got into it at Reno. I remember that.
Yeah.
They got into a fight because Rick didn't tip.
Mm.
And he's like, how are you not going to fucking tip, dude? I
Oh.
gotta come back to this place. And
Yeah.
yeah.
wait, who got mad that he didn't?
The opener.
The opener.
Yeah, the opener in Reno.
Oh, right.
Him and
right,
Rick
right.
got into it.
Because Rick didn't tip.
Damn,
Yeah.
an opener is gonna get on a headliner. That's not his.
That's
They
weird.
were already getting into it because he said be clean.
Oh, right.
And he just went up and did his shit.
Uh-huh.
And then I was clean and I ate shit for 4 days in a row.
You would always tell me I'm too crazy. I'm too wild.
You're too crazy.
I was like, what?
He'd tell me, when are you going to figure it out?
You're a bucking bronco. Really? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing any underwear.
Say that over here.
Yeah, when are you gonna figure it out?
Rick, hit the light. Did you tell him to do that?
No,
In the hotel room, he left on the bathroom light. You're like, hey, Rick, can you get the light?
no. I did throw.
I
up.
would have said that.
I did
would've
throw
got
up the
I would've-
first-
Hey, Rick, come on, man. Can you get the light, bro?
I did throw up the first night though. God,
What?
fucking
Do the first way?
threw up.
Oh,
First night he took me on the road. And
Why,
Yeah,
'cause of
wait.
drinking?
Dude,
we're drinking.
how many drinks did you have compared to did somebody put something in your drink, you know?
No, I had a lot. And then I walked my drunk ass to this burrito place next to the college. It was delicious. I ate the whole thing,
Yeah.
walked back, and then I laid down. I just started spinning like crazy.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
I went to-
Damn, there goes the burrito.
I went to I threw the whole thing back up. And then woke up at 4 o'clock the next day.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you get.
It's like, you're like my ex-wife. You like to sleep all day. I'm like, what?
Just lay there and take it. Oh, my God.
Here, put this.
He's like, I get
This
it.
lip.
He goes, I get it. You're at home raising kids. You're tired. And I was like, oh, okay.
He's talking to you. He has Q-tip in his ear. Got a shower. I get it, bro. You're fucking raising kids.
Here, put this Kool-Aid on your lips.
Oh,
My God.
the Tempe though. The Tempe one was fucking dope. 500 people sold out the whole week,
That's what I heard.
and yeah, that was fun. No AC though on the bottom. That sucked.
Tempe, huh?
Yeah, Tempe Improv was fucking dope. The 500 seater. It's fucking huge.
Yeah, 500-seater.
And then I have to sit in the back and watch his whole set and give him notes, and he'd take none of my notes.
Why didn't you just make up some notes and go outside? Hang out.
Because I had to get ready to sell his merch. and
Damn,
then
taking the front and the back.
sell help him sell the merch,
Fuck, dude.
and film it too. Film the meet
you were
and
getting
greet.
Eiffel Towered.
By one man.
Damn.
I was doing his social media.
Let's sell your merch, Daddy.
Like I would walk outside and I'd be like, "Who's excited to see Rick?" And they'd be like, "Ah," and I'd run down the line of people. Like
Hell yeah. And what did you ever do with that footage? Nothing.
I put it on his social media.
Oh, I can't wait to see that. I liked him making the potatoes.
Oh yeah, when I put his face on the potato. Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck?
I was just. You can have a cooking show. You can have this. You can do a pod. We did like 6 podcasts,
Yeah.
and we put none of them out.
It was a good run because I was watching like what would Josh do if he could like manipulate Rick into I was like, oh,
I really
look at
feel
this.
like I wasn't.
Rick's making
Manipulate Rick.
I did
Rick's
not
making
manipulate Rick
potato and
because
eggs.
he didn't pay me for any of that shit.
Oh shit.
The only thing I got paid for was going on the road,
Yeah.
and I was getting paid feature pay, so I still had to buy my ticket and everything.
God damn,
Oh
dude,
my
you're rich
God.
as fuck.
No, I wasn't making any money.
I know.
I wasn't making nothing.
Damn, so maybe ChatGPT was right, dude. Pick a lane and cheat on it. That shit sticks with me every fucking day. I look at the mirror and I'm like, pick a lane and cheat on it. Comb my hair and shit. Pick a lane.
Yeah, what did you say about the joke I said, y'all? I like it. No, make me love it.
I was telling you, tighten it up. Like it tight.
Oh man,
Oh my God, it's so true though. Why do I gotta know her fucking like third generation? Like, I don't give a fuck. Or her grandmother came here for like, oh my God, dude.
I saw this
Rachel.
movie Mickey 17, I think is what it's called.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good.
You saw it?
Yeah,
That's a fucking dope movie. It's on
it's a
Netflix.
good concept. It's for like
Yeah.
teenagers, but it was cool.
It was a guy who basically a Elon type person who is
Yeah.
gonna go to Mars or another planet, and then he's an expendable, meaning it's a cloning thing that they can do for him. So his whole time he just dies again, and he dies like he's Mickey 17 because he's the 17th version
Yeah.
copy, and so he dies. They print him out. He dies, and they print him out.
So this evangelist is exploring space in this spaceship. It's like a sci-fi movie, and the evangelist and his wife to all their followers to hop on the fucking ship to leave Earth to go
You didn't tell
find
me
their
the
own
whole
planet.
thing?
Yeah. And so each person on the ship has to have a specific job. And so there's pilots, there's fucking this, there's that. And so he signs up for like the lowest position apparently. He's called an expendable, which means they clone his DNA and they print him out every time he dies with the same consciousness that he had before.
Yeah. But the thing is,
That's the premise.
it was on Earth.
And it gets good from there.
On Earth, you couldn't copy people because the first person to do that, whenever you make a copy of yourself, the next one is like a psycho murderer. If there's already one of you existing, then the next copy of you becomes like a psycho and wants to kill people. And the whole thing was like, it's because there can only be one soul for one body, and that body doesn't have a soul.
Hey, that's pretty good.
And so that's what it goes by. So he gets copied, and he didn't die. He comes back, and there's number 18, and the first thing number 18 wants to do is kill him. And then he ends up killing the leader and everything. Yeah. So they become.
I won't tell you the rest of the movie, but that's the premise of it.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It's hot. I like it.
And so, guess what happens? All right.
There's aliens in it too. These alien
6.
bugs. They kind of look like roly polies and elephants at the same time.
I'm down.
Mark Wahlberg
Directed it.
plays the dad.
How do you mother for me?
That movie and the Mountain
Expendables, man.
Mountain something. Have
Did
you
your
seen that
dog
one?
just try the door?
Yeah, he's trying to get it in. Let me let him in.
You know what I'm talking about? Mountain. Something Mountain. It's with Steve Carell.
Mountain State?
It's basically 4 billionaires go up into the mountains, and the world collapses because of AI, and then they like contemplate taking over the whole world. And it's like it's supposed you can't tell if it's a comedy or it's serious, and then towards the end it gets a little silly. It's a pretty good movie.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, watch it. The whole thing is that AI, it becomes so unrecognizable from real film, and so they put stuff like, look, they're bombing this city, and they make it look real, so then people think they're under attack, so then they start attacking the other country, even though it's not happening. So it causes wars and unrest because nobody can distinguish between reality and what's AI, which is what we're getting to.
I think that's probably gonna happen.
Yeah, because imagine like right now, all the protests, they're like, look, these rioters are shooting people in the streets. But
Not to mention, we're supposed to get a video that proves 100% that Epstein killed him. So
my brother was telling me, he goes, dude, think about it. He goes, you got the FBI director on Rogan, you got the vice president on Theo Vaughn's podcast. At the same time, you have Elon Musk and Trump fighting. And both of them aren't saying shit about it. He was like, this is all fucking planned. They're doing a fake fight.
It's not a fake fight.
They're doing a fake fight. Oh, yeah, he's probably on drugs. Then he went off on him.
They both got emotional and said like.
Well, Trump didn't seem to get that emotional. Trump was just like, well, he's done. The guy's going crazy.
He did.
Yeah. He's probably on drugs.
Yeah.
Which all those things can be true.
Thanks, Kevin.
He got his feelings hurt because he thought.
Yeah, he got his feelings hurt, and then Stupid got his feelings hurt.
And he said he wouldn't even be president if it wasn't for me.
So you fuck underage people.
That's basically what he did. Yeah. But yeah, so basically, I was telling him in the movie, AI videos can be distinguished from real videos, so it ends up starting wars because people think unrest is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which we're not too far from, I think, in these AI videos. So you're just going to have him cry the whole time in there?
No, he'll stop when we stop.
When we stop podcasting, he'll stop?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta hit him.
It's hot as fuck in here, too.
Don't hit your dogs. He's in the dark. That's why.
I know. I'm trying to get him to go to sleep.
He's not going to go to sleep. We're talking. See, he's going to do that.
Don't worry. I got my shoe in a minute, man. I'm telling you. I'm old school.
Shit, well, let me see where we're at. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, yeah, because that thing just stopped recording. So what show?
Has it stopped recording?
No, that one did right now. So what shows you guys got coming up?
Man, I'll be. Is this coming out Friday?
This come out next week.
Oh, okay. So there's no podcast this Friday.
Yeah, we did too. So we got a pod. We have one already for this week.
Oh, okay.
So this will be next week.
July 12th. I'll be at the Deco Ballroom.
Oh yeah. Roll.
Reno, 13th with Felipe, and then Fresno 14th, and then come back on Father's Day.
Fuck.
Gonna celebrate that real quick, like.
Nice. On July 5th, I will be at Cape Bottle Room, which I think is a Don't Tell. So I guess I wasn't supposed to say that, but I'll be at Don't Tell on July 5th. And check out Black Rabbit every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And coming soon, Wednesdays, on 5th and Brazos in Austin, Texas.